To Catch a Killer is a crime thriller film. Now, I saw the trailer of this movie many months ago, and then I saw it was playing in theaters for only like a short time. I wanted to see it because it has a solid cast. I like Ben Mendelsohn. I like Shailene Woodley. But I'm glad I didn't see this one in theaters. I saw it on Netflix. Finally went on there. This is a very poor film, and I knew that it was because I think RogerEbert.com, Maria Gates gave it like a 1.5 out of 4. But I still want to watch the movie because I like the cast. I want to see if the movie's good for myself. So this movie is about Eleanor. She is a beat cop on New Year's Eve. She gets called into a mass shooting event in which a man or woman kills 29 people in a violent spree with a sniper rifle, and then uses a bomb to blow up the apartment that they were using in order to escape, the evidence. So Eleanor basically has a panic attack at the crime scene. However, she has some intuition and got people to film the people leaving the building, and then she also comes up with other investigative techniques that impress Lemerck. He is a FBI guy who's in charge now. He's got his own people on his ass for trying to, just catch the bad guy, do it as fast as possible, but they hinder him with one hand behind his back. And so the three, there's also another cop too, so the three of them basically team up to become a small sort of strike force to do a manhunt to find this killer before he strikes again. So this movie is trying too hard in too many ways. Themes and plot and story. They're trying to go for like a Hannibal kind of like relationship with Lemerck. He's like her mentor, kind of like a Hannibal and Will or Crawford and Clarice kind of like relationship, more so Crawford and Clarice Starling. So like just the movie leans into it's trying to be something like that, but it fails miserably. Sometimes the movie will just halt and have a conversation about themes that are trying to encompass so many things like xenophobia, mental health issues, gun violence, and it just hops around and too much to the point where you don't have that thorough line. Then what is your movie about? It's basically just about everything, and you're just trying to like comment on like the broken system that lets people slip through or things like that. And the movie fails on that regard, but also has some really poorly developed characters. Eleanor is like the loner type with a cat and goes swimming, and she doesn't have anything to live for, and she's got mental health issues, and she never made an FBI, and she also had a drug issue. See, it just becomes like this huge, like almost like a cliche parody where she's supposed to be like this loner type. And same with Lemerck too. I mean, he's gay, but like he doesn't have much going for I'm the tough as nails cop. And the movie has some explosive action sequences that are butchered in time-wise. So like there's like this scene in a mall that's really harrowing, but it's shown in flashback. And then the opening is not even well directed either. It's just every time the movie mentions how many people were killed, it doesn't seem realistic. It's almost like the movie is trying to play it up. Like it's like when you're reading a fantasy novel and someone's like, oh my God, 50,000 soldiers are coming over that mountain. It's hard to imagine, a massive amount of people coming over the mountain. But if you said, a small band of 100 men are coming over, you can imagine that. So like whenever like a big action sequence would happen, it would be the equivalent of like, oh my God, the killer killed like 500 people. But, it just kind of feels like unrealistic. And I know they're trying to go for the whole, what's the word, people's obsession with media violence, but it just doesn't feel realistic overall, the story itself. And then the movie winds down to this really bad finale, really awful. It didn't work at all, even on the most basic level of just a simple crime thriller film, catch the bad guy, have a couple themes in there, really, really bad finale. And it's a shame because Ben Mendelsohn's giving it his all. Shailene Woodley's okay too, but with a better script, the movie would have definitely been better because the movie has some solid cinematography, the action's okay. I mean, all the elements are there, just it feels really haphazard and choppy, even though I think the writer did direct this movie too. So this is a failure on his part because he didn't have like a thorough line. He didn't give us anything new character-wise. Themes are all over the place. There's a couple good set pieces, but overall, very weak film that's not very cohesive. So I give To Catch a Killer a 3 out of 10.